Previously on the One Defense Hardcore. We said goodbye to Amir Shah, continued doing the early game quest to make some nice progress, got our second dice roll on the account, abused the hell out of DG crafting to get ourselves up to 80, and we ended with a little bit of construction. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hello everybody and welcome back to the One Defense Hardcore series. I'm actually going to start this one off by giving this account some bonds so I can get Premier membership on it. Since I am pretty hooked onto this account, I might as well go ahead and do this. Now, aside from having 1 year of membership on the account now, I can also go ahead and claim a legendary pet this way. This is just going to allow me to, pick up drops and stuff, which will be really useful in the early stages of the account so I don't have to constantly run around and pick up my loot. Okay, before I run out of money, I think I'm going to stop doing construction here. I still have some levels to get, but I don't have enough gold to actually keep going. So, I've got to figure out how to make some money, and I think I know exactly what I need to do. First, we're going to start with a couple of quests. Goblin Diplomacy now finished. Not exactly a super crucial quest, but I'm gonna need it in the future and for what I'm about to do next. And there is the Lost Tribe completed. This actually gives me a free Ring of Life. Now, I could have probably just made one, but this gave me a good excuse to go questing. And yeah, this is actually going to be very important for how I plan to make some money. And I'm sure some of you could have guessed it. Wildy Flash events are just going to be absolutely crucial for this account. Luckily, there was an evil Bloodwood tree starting right as I finished that quest. So, yeah, it is time to make sure that we are at every single event. I don't think I'm going to be recording all of them, but just understand I will be doing them in the background. All of the non-combat ones I'll probably try to show up to. This one is great because of all the... You get, 4 reward bags from this, but... all of the Necronium salvage that you can get coins from the big one, and then there's also stuff like Red Chins and Infernal Ashes, which are just going to be really, really useful for training the account. Now, this is why I wanted a Ring of Life. I don't really have any good survivability. If somebody were to spawn some really high-level mobs and I got a little unlucky and one of them decided to attack me, especially like an Onyx Dragon or something, I would just get one shot. So... yeah, I'm going to do these events. This will probably be a lot of really good XP plus supplies, so it's going to be a win-win. I'll come back once this is done. And there we go. A lot of levels from that. Got a couple woodcutting, fire making, and farming levels, but let's go ahead and open these up and see what we get. A lot of salvage so far. No ashes. That kind of sucks, but wow. That is a lot of salvage. It's probably over 1 million gold. Now, sadly, I am not 55 magic yet, and if I were to sell it to the store, I think it's like half the price that you'd get for Alkings, so I think I need to go get 55 mage before anything else. And I think to do magic, I'm just going to do it on Slayer. It's going to be a little slower than other methods, but hey, it's probably worth it just to get the early Slayer levels. I could just do Reaper tasks, but... it's okay. I don't mind doing this, and if we get a Cow Fight task, there's actually a really nice method to do it to get some really fast XP. There's that task done. Let's go see what we can get next. Alright, Vanica, give me something good. Cave Slimes? That's the opposite of good, but sure, why not? Okay, did a couple less than optimal tasks, but there is the Cow Fight task that I wanted. This is going to be great, and I will show you exactly why. So if you head down to the exiled Calphite lair, where the Calphite King is, these guardians are completely safe spottable. You can either stand here, which is pretty good, there's 1 spawn, or you can go down south here and actually get 2 that are completely safe spotted. Now, I do believe if you use abilities such as Chain, or if you use Dragon Breath and the little ones are kind of in the area, they can get onto you, but if it becomes a problem, I'll just take Chain off of my bar. I think I am going to move south to kill these, though, just so I don't have to wait for respawns. I moved south, and this is actually super useful. I'm using my legendary pet to go and pick up the loot. Getting some good charms, and I also just got a Dragon Stone, so once I can boost to enchant, I can make myself a Glory or a Ring of Wealth, since I did get myself 80 crafting. That's sweet. Alright, there's the end of the task. Got myself really close to 50 magic, so I think I'm going to stay here for that. just so I can get myself a Mystic Wand and Orb. These have been a great spot to train on. I'm glad I came here. Got a lot of seeds, got some herbs. I did run to the bank once, so yeah, this has been nice. And there we go, there is 50 magic. I'm gonna head over to Varrock right now to the Champions Guild and pick myself up that Mystic Wand and Orb I was talking about. Alright, if we go ahead and trade this person, there we go. There goes all of my money, holy shit. But hey, that's fine. We made a nice upgrade here. The accuracy goes up by around 200, so that should be really useful as we continue to train. Ugh, after doing cow fights, Hobgoblins is gonna feel like such a slog. It's okay. Hopefully we can get cow fights again soon. Oh, nice. Right after the Hobgoblin task. Hopefully I can get myself up to 55 magic on this. It shouldn't be a problem at all, honestly. But yeah, no, that's sweet. I'm very, very happy to see that I can head right back to cow fights. This is just, like, seriously, my favorite task to do at the early stage. Okay, sadly, I didn't actually get 55, but I got to 54. I'm within boost range, so we can just go ahead and alch all of this salvage now. We're going to go from having almost no money on the account to over 1 million gold, I think. Oh, yeah, no, easily. Look at that. We're already at 900k. Once we hit that, that's 1.1 mil. Yeah, so doing Wildy Flash events is going to be so useful. We are not going to have a single issue with money on this account. Wow. Yeah, what was that? 1.7 mil? Nuts. Alright, I'm going to start doing a little bit of fishing right now. Kind of a jump in gear. Like I said, I really just wanted to get to 55 magic through Slayer, so we did achieve it, so I'm very happy about that. I want to start raising my kitten so that I can do the Evil Dave quests in the near future. That'll be very useful to have done. I'd also like to get to 68 fishing, since having money doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue on this account, and having access to the merchant early could be extremely useful. Alright, it'll be a couple more catches until I get it, but I'm about to hit 52 fishing. I think this might actually be my stopping point, since I'd like to move on to Desert Souls, but I have a couple of unlocks I'd want to get for that first. Like, I need the deposit box to efficiently do it, or porters, you know, to completely AFK it, neither of which I'm really that close to. So, yeah, I'm going to switch gears, though. I think it's time to start working on my best in slot armor set. And we're going to get into that in a second, but there we go. There's 52 fishing. Man, that took forever to catch a couple of fish, but yeah, now we have Desert Souls. Might go catch a few, but yeah, I think I'm going to just completely switch gears now. Okay, so let's talk about Het's Oasis. I know it's a little random, but I promise it makes sense. At Het's Oasis, you're able to actually train your farming and hunter. Some other skills too, but we're not going to worry about that currently. My goal right now is to unlock the Herblore habitat. Now for this, I'm going to need 77 farming and 81 hunter to get full access to what it has to offer. What I'm going for is the Witch Doctor outfit. Oddly enough, at 1 defense, this can be worn, and it gives a substantial amount of damage reduction in PVM, as well as PvP, though I'm not too concerned with that. I don't think I'm going to be doing any PvP on this account. But I feel that since it can be worn at 1 defense, and it does give the best damage reduction, aside from, I believe, the Wicked Robe Top is slightly better than the Witch Doctor Robe Top, it just makes sense to go ahead and unlock it now. To start off, we start off with farming at each of the different bushes. At level 30 farming, you can do roses. At 50, it is irises. At 70, you can do hydrangeas. And at 90, you can do hollyhocks. Though we're only going to 77, so, you know, hollyhocks won't actually be relevant at all. You can also get golden roses from this, which I'm excited to see how many I end up with. They won't be immediately useful on the account, but in the future, it'll definitely be nice to have a nice stock of them. Each one allows you to hunt a different scarab. I believe the hunter level actually coincides with the farming level needed to get the flowers in order to bait certain ones, and each of them give a different type of shell, which I probably won't cover now as they're really not that useful, but maybe in the future if I end up using them, I'll actually cover what they do. And once you actually have some of the flowers, you can put them into the flower baskets, use the crocodile, and begin hunting. You can actually hunt regular plain whirligigs without any type of flowers to get yourself up to 30 hunter, which is exactly what I'm doing in this clip here. Once I get to there, I think it's time to just start AFKing these bushes until I have 77 farming. It's going to take a while. I don't think this goes above 30k farming XP per hour, so we're going to be here a while, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. So before I start actually doing the bushes, I decided to just get up to 30 hunter and grow my cat at the same time. Cat is now fully grown. We are up to 24 hunter currently. Like I said, just going to get to 30 before I actually start to AFK on the bushes and get the flowers, since the first type of flower you need 30 hunter to catch that scarab anyway. Okay, got myself to 30 hunter, actually 31, but I think it is now time to actually start AFKing at the roses. I'm already close to 50 farming, so I'm not too worried about that. And every single time I get a upgrade in the bushes, it should be an upgrade to XP per hour. Time to hang out with my friends here. Or no, look at that name. This guy's definitely legit. Okay, ignore the weird interface. I'm actually AFKing this on the side, but then maximizing the screen to record. But there is 50 farming from beehives. I can actually move on to irises now. That should be a pretty good buff to my XP per hour. I'm also close to finishing the statue of Het, which I believe gives a XP boost. I think it's about 10%, so I completely forgot about that, and that's going to help a lot. I've also gotten a decent amount of golden roses. This should be a lot by the time I'm done. And like I mentioned, there we go. There is the 200 pieces of Het. So once we go ahead and restore the statue a couple of times, I think I actually have to manually click each time. That's fun. But yeah, once we finish this, we'll actually unlock Het's Blessing, I believe it's called, which gives us an extra 10% XP to all of the activities here. That'll be nice for farming and hunter, and honestly agility in the future if I want to come back here at 65. So we're just going to go back to the irises. We're still grinding out. Okay, small update. There is 60 farming. This has been really nice. I mean, like I said, it's slow, but I've gotten a lot of golden roses, and also this clip is going to out me a little bit, but the wrapping paper event just started. I don't know when this clip is actually going to go up, and that guy just tried to use compost on me. Alright, once we harvest this last iris, there is 70 farming. It's been a couple days, but hey, it's working. We can now go over to hydrangeas. This will be the last bush that we need to go to for 70 to 77. I've also already gotten over 100 golden roses. Like I said, I have no idea how many I'm going to get by the end of this, but this is going to be awesome for having penance powder in the future. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish out these last 7 levels. Alright, here we go. After a couple more harvests, we are finally going to get our goal. I turned in some of the wrapping paper. I got the frosted wreath and gift wrap scythe. Not as important as level 77 hunter. We can now do the calferberry bush, which was the one that I needed. I think it's time for hunter. Actually, let's do a little bit of construction. I do need to get myself up to 56, and I do have a pretty sizable cash stack at the moment. Now, I don't need 56, but the guide recommends that you get to 56 at a bare minimum to save yourself some money. I don't know how much it's actually going to save, but I'm going to need to get construction up anyway. It'll be useful to have at least 57, I think, to boost for an aquarium for like baitless fishing and stuff. So yeah, we're just going to do some construction until we feel comfortable stopping. Okay, I will save you all of the boredom. This will give us 56 construction. That is the level that I wanted. I will need to get 57 later to boost for an aquarium, but that's fine. Took a couple of hours to chop and make all of the oak larders, but hey, we're done now. Now I think I can move on to hunter. Okay, here we are. So let's go ahead and fill up the flower baskets with roses. That way we can attract the scarab that we want. And I did get myself up to 39 hunter. This was only because I wanted to get the automatic looting perk plus all of the other perks where you save flowers and you get boosted XP. So now this is what we're going to be doing. We'll be catching these ones until about 50, and then using the irises until 70, and so on. This should be the extremely fast portion. I only expect this to take a couple of hours. About to hit 50, but I did just unlock the perk to be able to stack up to 5 scarabs instead of 3. This is an amazing buff to XP per hour, so this is going to be fantastic. It's nice to get it so early. It's actually really good that I started with these from level 9, I think I had from the museum. So now, yeah, now I can set it to go get 1, and I can stack up 5 extra. This is going to speed everything up, especially when we move on to the higher level flowers. There we go, there is level 50. We can now replace these. Where is the option? Am I blind? There it is. Alright, now we can replace the roses with irises. This is going to just be a great buff to XP, of course. And yeah, we should be able to just continue flying through these levels. So we're just going to go ahead and start catching these ones. Oh yeah, so much more XP. The catch rate might be a little worse to start off, but I think it'll still work out to more XP per hour. Absolutely flying through these levels. We're about to hit level 70 on one of these catches. There it is. We can now replace the irises out of here with hydrangeas and start catching the next tier of scarab. I am pretty glad I did this method. Like I said, gathering the flowers, it was pretty slow, but the hunter is definitely worth it. And doing Croesus trash would have been kind of annoying just because I don't have anticipation. But, oh, nice. These are like 50 more XP per catch. That's going to be... Oh, that's going to speed it up so much. Alright, next clip should be 81. This shouldn't take long. Okay, once we catch a couple more of these scarabs, we will finally be done the third requirement needed in order to start the herblore habitat. Just gotta catch a couple of more. I thought I was a little closer, but there we go. There is 81 hunter. If we check, you'll be able to see, there it is. I can now catch Godjadenkos. That is basically why I needed 81. You need to catch all 3 Godjadenkos in order to get the Witch Doctor mask, so figured I might as well just knock it all out at once. We do still have a couple of stats we need to get up. I do need to get myself to, I believe it is 55 or 56 agility, as well as roughly the same herblore level that we can boost for that, so... yeah, I think the next thing will be to just knock out agility, because it's not going to take too long. I think I'll probably just head over to Anachronia. So like I said, we're going to start with the Anachronia course. You obviously can't do the whole course until I believe it is 85, but you can do small sections of it that give a moderate amount of XP per hour. I think these are actually the best ways to train up until you get the Wildy course, though I doubt I'll go out there. You just start the course like normal, but once you go through here and cross the vine, you just turn around. So we're going to be doing this until 50. 50 will unlock the next section that we can do, and then we'll probably just do that up to 55 or 56. I can't quite remember what level it is. Alright, decided to just hop ahead to finishing up what I'm going for. I did look into it. It is 55 agility that I needed. So there's 55, but this is significant for a couple of reasons. Not only do I have the level to do herblore habitat, but I did hit 1000 total level. So if I head over to Edgeville, I can actually buy my next hardcore life from Mr. X. I will still lose the items that I have on me if I were to die, but this does mean that I would keep my hardcore status, which I'm not too attached to the hardcore status. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but if this account were to die, I will just continue the series. It'll still be a pure iron, which I find pretty decent, but the hardcore is more of a novelty, so I'm just hoping to keep it for as long as possible. 1000 total is also useful for another reason. When Croesus came out, they changed the requirements for War's Retreat from being 60 combat to 60 combat or 1000 total. So we can now access War's Retreat, which means we'll have access to the Reaper portal, and we can get to Croesus very easily. So that's actually going to be sweet. So let's go ahead and head on in. If we just go ahead, I think just click on this door. Wait. Yeah, there we go. He was telling me I couldn't come in, but then he realized, he's like, oh wait, yeah you can, I changed my rules. So, there we go, War's Retreat. I gotta get the teleport unlocked because it would be nice to have a direct teleport to a bank. But yeah, so I think this is actually where I'm going to end the episode. I do still need to get my herblore up in order to actually get into herblore habitat and do everything, but we can save that for the next one. Probably going to do some questing for that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next week with the next episode.